Hi, Ruth. Hi, Holly. I'm getting some paints out. We're going to do this abandoned places page, and then we'll do our pick 10. So I'll be right back. I'm just getting some paint. Oh, goodness. Oh, there it is. Couldn't find my matte medium. Oh, how are y'all doing? We had a really busy day today. My daughter and I did a spinning and weaving. Oh, shoot. I need to go get my phone because I want to show y'all a picture of something. I'll be right back. Y'all just visit. I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that. Oh, goodness. People came while I was gone. Hi, Linda. I'm glad you're here. Um, y'all saw, some of you did. I don't know if all of you did, but I made a True Confessions video a little bit earlier today. Well, I have another confession. After I after I made that video, I watched somebody. Hi, Rose. It's good to see you. Hi, Mitz. I'm glad you're here. I watched somebody else's Hobby Lobby 75% off haul video, and they had this white ink. And I saw that when I was there, but I didn't realize it was white. And so I didn't get it. But I went back and got some. And so I just dripped some down to see because I wanted it to be real opaque. And when she talked about it, she said it was real opaque. And I grabbed two of them, and I noticed one of them says it's a super white and one of them says white. And the white one says it's superb for transparent washes. And the super white one says it's extra white, extra opaque. But when you put them on the card and just let them drip, I can't tell any difference between them. So, anyway, I wanted them to make splashes. I thought I get tired of watering down white paint all the time, and I thought this would make good splashes. And I think it will. But I was just playing with it to see what it would do and see the difference between them. And I can't really tell much difference between them. So, okay, I want to see what we're talking about that's in Janet McGuire. 70 prompts you find or create a page. If it's done by April 1st, you get put in a giveaway. Well, that sounds cool. It is a very nice white. I really like it. They're little bottles. They don't hold a whole lot. But let's see if it says how much. 1 liquid ounce, it says. So anyway, the bottles look exactly the same from the white and the super white. So I decided I'm going to have to leave them in there. Not that it really matters, probably, because they don't seem that much different to me, but I might try using this one that says you can use it with watercolor. No, that's not the one. It says you can use for transparent washes, also for use as liquid watercolors. Don't mix with acids or other brands of ink. So don't use it to whiten up your other inks, I guess. Anyway, I thought that was interesting and fun. And while I was there, I found this. And most of you know I'm doing a poem journal with my daughter. She wrote a poem called Walked the World. And I thought this would be a fun charm to put on the front of my cover. If I don't use it on the cover, then I'll use it somewhere in the book. But it's like a flattened out charm of the world, which I thought was cool. Wrong, Janet. Well, there is a Janet McGuire. I'm trying to remember if I've watched much of her stuff or not. But this weekend, my daughter, well, about last Thursday, we found a spinning wheel at the thrift store. And here's a picture of it. But it didn't have the treadle down there that you put your foot on to spin. And it didn't have that bar in the back that makes the wheel go around. So over the weekend, my daughter carved a treadle and a post for the, and that post right there, and she stained them to go with her new spinning wheel. And you can see I've spun a little bit of yarn on it. But we got it all put together, and then it pulled the yarn in so fast that I had a hard time spinning on it. And since she hasn't spun on a wheel, I wasn't sure she would be able to. I was getting a little depressed, and so is she. But today I got a fatter string to use for the drive band, and so that slowed it down quite a bit. I think she's going to be able to use it just fine. She'll just have to practice a lot. But this morning she and I did a spinning and weaving demonstration for some 2nd through 5th graders at a little school that it works in tandem with your homeschooling. You go there one day a week and take tests there and do the lectures, and then you go home and do all the rest of the week. You do your work at home. And Hannah takes a couple of classes there. And so she and I did a demonstration for those kids, and we had a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun. It was tiring. It's tiring to do that, but it was a lot of fun. So now I've and then we went to Hobby Lobby and we spent money. But yes, it was fun. So this is the page I've decided to work on, and I just kind of tacked these pictures down, but I'm going to take them up so I can do my the painting out part. I hope they come up. Dee Dee always tacks hers down. She takes them up just fine. Yeah, that worked pretty good. Okay. This one's not as thick a paper as that, so I'm not sure if it's going to do as good a job of coming up. Hold your breath, folks. There we go. Yay! Okay. And what I've decided I'm going to do is I'm going to black this out, and then I'm also going to black it out, just all this up here. I'm going to leave that, but everything that's water up here, I'm going to black out, and the water will just be in front. So we're going to have our, hi, Patricia. Hi, Adidol. Mina, I'm glad you're all here. We're going to have our outer space here and our ocean here. So it's all going to be like outer space in the ocean. So we're going to start by just painting this out. And I need to get some paper behind this so I don't make a mess. Okay. And let me put some of this on this. And I haven't used this kind of a brush before, but I'm going to try it tonight. Since it's big enough, I'm hoping it'll, no, it doesn't work very well for this. So I'm going to get a different one. Now I know. I bought it to spread Yes paste on, and I thought, well, I'll just see if it'll work for this, but it doesn't. Good grief. Okay. Everything's too far away for me to reach easy. Let me find a different brush. I think I'm going to start out by outlining around where we're going to go, so that we won't mess it up. This is kind of old rusted, and so it's not going to be very precise lines anyway. So I'm not going to worry about it if I don't get it just perfect. At least I say I'm not going to worry about it. Sometimes I think that, and then I worry about it anyway. Okay. I think I'm gonna just start here as far as the outlining goes. Hi, Yvonne. It's good to see you. I'm glad you came in. We're playing in the Abandoned Places book, and then we'll do a pick 10 in a little while. I usually wait a little bit and let more people come in before we do the pick 10, because there are some people who can't get here right at 7, or they don't get their notifications, and then, but they like to play along. So I always do something else first. But we almost always do a pick 10. I'm going to try to make this one not. I don't want it to be a sharp edge, and it's kind of sharp, so I'm going to unsharpen it here a little bit. Kind of like the space is leaking into the ocean. That looks better. Okay, I feel better about that. Y'all probably can't even tell that. Yeah, I think you can. You can see the difference. Okay. Sometimes things don't show up on camera as good as they do to me, and then sometimes they look better on camera than they do in real life, so it's hard to know. Hi, Lori. I'm glad you're here. Hi, Mary. I'm glad you're here. Hi, Becky. I'm glad you're here. I'm happy all of you are showing up to play with me today. I've been wanting to get back and do some more reverse collage, and I just haven't done it in a while. So after we talked about the books and showed them last week, I got all excited to do some more. So yes, Mary, your envelope came today. Thank you so much. I was going to show everybody what you sent. Of course, they probably all watched your live stream and they saw you make that pretty envelope. So but I'm going to show it anyway in a minute. I don't know how far down I need to go with this black because I've got a big piece of coral wreath that I'm going to put over here. So I think I'm going to just go on down because I'm not sure and I don't want to have something peek out and be white. That would kind of mess things up. Oh, sorry. I forgot I had my phone out here. I was showing off my daughter's spinning wheel and that we were so excited. I think with paying for it and then everything we've spent on it to fix it, I think we've spent less than $50 altogether on it. So sorry, that's a friend and she's just going to have to wait till I talk to her later. Now then, I turned off my sound, so maybe that'll be it. Okay. Boy, there's lots of streakiness. See if we can get rid of some of those streaks. Hi, Tanya. I'm glad you're here. Hi, Zoe. Hi, Gloria. Hi, Mark. Make sure there's not somebody else I missed. Y'all come in groups. Oh. Okay. Let's see. You weren't here, Tanya, when I showed Hannah's wheel. I'll show it again in a minute. We got it working. I got a new, I bought a bigger cord to use for a drive band, and that slowed it down a little bit. So I think she's going to be able to use it. I was really worried that she was going to be all depressed if she couldn't get it able to spin on it. Let me find it here. There it is. This is the treadle that she made, and she made that bar right there. And you can see that I've spun on it a little bit. So we got it working, and now she's just going to have to practice and practice and practice. I'm sorry, Zoe, that you're having so much trouble. We love you, honey. And I agree with Ruth. You need to find somebody you can talk to who's in person in your town. There is a difference between Irish tension and Scotch tension and double drive. And Tanya, you can make a double drive wheel into a Scotch. You can make it into a single drive Scotch tension wheel. But we couldn't get that to work on hers very well. And mine is Irish tension, the one I have. And there's a big difference in how they take up the yarn. Mine, you can hold on to it. As long as you hold on to it, it won't pull it in, and it'll just twist it till it breaks if you just keep holding on to it. But hers just keeps yanking out of your hand, or it stops if you don't let the yarn in. And so it just feels completely different. But I'm sure we'll get it working where she can use it. She worked so hard on it all weekend, and then when she couldn't spin on it, she was kind of disheartened. But she's also got a research paper she's got to work on, and so that's taken up a lot of time that she would much rather spend trying to get that spinning wheel to work. So but she'll be fine. It just takes some time. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to dry this a little bit. Let me put this in some water. Okay. Now we've got to go ahead and put some stars in, and I need to hide this. I don't want to splatter all over it. So I guess I need, here's a piece of parchment paper. I'm gonna, well, let's see if we can do that. And then I'm going to let those pieces right there just go ahead and they can get some splatters on them if it won't hurt to kind of integrate it in a little bit, I think. And I'm going to go ahead and use this ink, the one that says it's because that's what I wanted it for, was to make splatters. So we'll see if it's going to work. Well, that's black. Where's Well, I'm going to see if I can get my brush down in this. I don't know if I can or not. Oh, where did it go? Oh, here it is. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm not really all together. Yeah, move to the studio, Mary. We're going to do a pick 10 in just a little bit. Okay, let's see if we can. Well, that makes very faint ones, doesn't it? We need a little bit more that are darker. So let's see if we can get a few darker ones on here. They're not, we don't want them all to be real tiny. Okay. Oh dear. Now I've got this plot right there. I didn't realize I was covering up. We're going to have to do some judicious sprinkles there too, I think. Let me get that back out. Let's move this like that. Okay, let's do some right here. Okay, well, if you want little tiny specks of stars, this brush and that ink works really well. Okay, Becky, that's fine. I can understand if I was painting walls, I wouldn't want to be doing anything else right now. Oh, goodness. Hi, Christy. I just saw you. Yes, we're going to do a pick 10 in just a little bit. I want to dry this and I'm going to glue these down to it. And then we'll do our pick 10. And then if people want to stay and watch me work on it after that, they can. But I want to give it time to sit while we do our pick 10. So let me dry this real quick. Hi, Barb. I'm glad you're here. Okay, let's see how this. That's still a little bit damp. Okay, I'm gonna put these down with glue stick. Um, and they're going to kind of go like that. I think that's going to look good. We're going to put them down with glue stick, and then we'll matte medium over the top of everything so that we can add other stuff in later. I just realized I don't have a clock. If I'm going to do a Dee Dee inspired page, it has to have a clock in it. So I'll look for that in a minute. Maybe while I'm waiting on people during pick 10s, I can look for a clock somewhere. Okay, let me get out something to put glue on my stuff with. And I'm going to do this one first because it's going to be the easiest. Might as well start easy. Okay. Have to get that gooey stuff off my fingers. Somewhere I have a. That's what happens when you just throw things back in there. Then you can't find them when you need them. There it is. Okay. All right, I think that one's good. And where to put the other one? Hi, Beverly. I'm glad you're here. We're doing an abandoned places book, and then we're going to do a pick 10 too. So we'll have we're going to have both things going on tonight. Right now I'm trying to get some glue on this to put in here. No, don't tear. Oh, I keep tearing it. Good grief, y'all. I hope this turns out okay. It's such a delicate delicate paper from this magazine. Some of this I'm going to have to put down with the matte medium. That'll be all right. I'm sorry, Becky. I tell you, that stuff is getting people. And the older you are, the more likely it is to really get scary. Okay. Now let's see if we've got I'm going to dry that one a little bit more before I put the matte medium on it. I just realized I need before I put the matte medium down, I need to go ahead and find a watch real quick. So y'all visit a second while I look for a watch. Okay, hopefully I have a watch in here somewhere. Oh, we can stick an elephant in there. No, probably not. I thought I had some watches in here. Let me move these. It's easier to do it this way. I'm trying to hurry. Well, a lot of pretty pictures, but so far no watches. Got some whales and some stars. There's that, but that's a form that's very usable. I'm sorry I didn't have this. I totally forgot about wanting the watch thing. I may end up just not doing a watch this time, although I love them. We may just have planets and ocean and not worry about it. If I can't find one here, that's what we'll do. Well, good grief. All kinds of fun stuff, but no watches. Okay. I just thought of one other place to look real quick. I have a box full of images that I know has watches in it. But right at the moment, I'm not sure exactly where that box is. Seriously, Lisa? This is ridiculous. I pulled all my wool out, so I've got wool and yarn everywhere in the way, so I can't find the things that I'm used to seeing. That's the problem with having so many different crafty things you like to do, is that some of it has to be hidden all the time or you can't get to anything else. Oh, there they are. Okay. I have 3 of these boxes and I only found 2, so I hope that's the right one. No, that one's black and white. That's definitely not it. And that one's scraps. There's not a watch in there either. That's not the right one. So 2 out of 3 didn't work this time. Okay. Let's look in here real quick and see if there's a maybe a clock. I think I remember some clocks in here. There was a page with several clocks. I want to say it was right here. No, okay. Sorry, y'all. Hi, Carlana. I'm glad you're here. Mark, did I say hi to you? I think I did, but I'm not sure. But I'm glad you're here. Okay. Come on. The hurrier you go. There's a lot of neat images in this book, but I would have sworn there was a page of clocks. But I'm not finding them now. And I don't think I took them out. Maybe I looked on the wrong side. I was looking over here, so I may have looked and looking on the wrong side. Probably went right over it, right in there. Okay, well. All right, we're going to have to skip the clocks on this one. Just takes too much time. Takes too much time. So let's just go ahead and put matte medium on it. And get this stuff glued down, and then we can set it aside. Okay, Beverly. Oh, good grief. Now my matte medium doesn't want to open. It's like a comedy of errors here. Okay, I don't know if that's going to help it or not. There we go. Okay. We're putting matte medium over the whole thing in case we want to do some kind of coloring or something. That part's not really wanting to stick down, so we're going to go over it a little bit more. Okay. I didn't see that at all. A shift stencil? It's this is golden matte medium, and I don't usually buy golden products because I can't really afford to. But I got this at Michael's with a coupon, and it's what Dee Dee Willingham uses, and hers always look good. So I thought, if I've got what she uses, maybe mine will look good. That's like saying if I buy expensive yarn, my crochet will look good. But anyway, I did it quite a while ago when I first started watching. Oh dear, see that? We got stars falling and going all different directions because of the matte medium got them wet, and that moved. So now we know next time we're going to do this, we need to use acrylic paint and not that ink for our stars. Hi, Lucia. I'm glad you're here. I didn't see you come in. It will also make acrylic paint more translucent. That's true. You can use it like kind of like this glazing medium. And these are the two golden products I have, I think. And I got them both with 50% off coupons at Michael's. Okay. I'm going to set this book aside, and we're going to do our pick 10, and we'll come back to it. If there's time, we'll come back to it. If not, we'll finish it next week. Okay. Let me find my little sticks. Oh, and I need a book to work in. I really was not prepared tonight. Sorry about that. Okay, we're going to use that page right there. I don't have very many Liquitex either. But I tried the Liquitex gesso, and it was so gritty, I didn't really like that. But I haven't tried their matte medium. I think I have a gel medium that's Liquitex. But I just buy whatever's on sale or cheaper, or I make my own. I've done some of that too. Okay. Whew. Let's see if we can tuck this underneath, and maybe it won't be. I don't know if I can get it to do that. Okay. There we are. Sorry, y'all. Oh, there you go, Mina. We'll just let them do that. We'll let the Doppler shift take those stars and move them anywhere it wants. Okay, are y'all ready? How many people are going to play along? So I have kind of an idea of what's going on, how many people to watch for. Let me know if you're going to play along. Okay, let me write this down so that I can remember. Okay, Beth and Mary, Adadal and Barb, Holly and Zoe, Christy, is it blurry? It doesn't look blurry to me, Lori. Maybe you need to up your resolution. Go into the settings and see what your resolution is. And if it's not on at least 720, move it up. Check your resolutions. Everybody who's blurry, because it looks really good to me. Yours is at 720, huh? I don't know. Mine's not blurry at all. This is parchment paper right here. Okay, Carlana, that's fine. That's really strange. Well, I had to do a different setting on, but that wasn't the camera. That was the microphone that I did a different setting on. So I don't know, but it looks perfect to me. So maybe it's an internet issue. Maybe I'm not getting, did it get better after you refreshed, Becky? I got you, Adadal. Huh. That's really strange because mine looks perfectly good. Okay, I've got Beth and Mary and Adadal and Barb and Holly and Zoe and Christy. So are y'all willing to put up with the pixelation? Do we need to just give up and forget it tonight? Because if it's annoying, I don't want to. Hi, Crafty Kitty. No, you don't want to put up with it, or no, you do want, or no, you don't want to stop. Which one is it, Beth? You're good to go, Barb. Okay. We're fixing to start a pick 10, Crafty Kitty. Do you want to play along? Holly says keep going. Christy says good to go. Crafty Kitty wants to play. Okay. Alrighty. So I've got 8 people playing, and that's my count. If anybody else wants to play, feel free to go ahead. But these are the 8 I'm going to watch for in order to move on from. Let me take this down so I don't keep having to hold it. I don't think you are, Mark. That would be a miracle in the first order. Are you going to play along with us, Mark? Uh-oh. Okay. Let's get our first stick and see what it says. Mark's craving potatoes. Well, that's normal for him. It says use tissue paper. Use tissue paper. If you don't have tissue paper, you can use some old napkin or some, like some that you've done art on, or you could use napkins you know, that you find pretty. That's fine, Mark. I understand. So if you don't have tissue paper, just use some kind of paper. Yeah, the backs of napkins, you can use colored tissue paper. You can use white tissue paper. You can put a little bit of tissue paper on, or you can cover the whole thing in tissue paper. Yeah, if you want to use deli paper, you can use deli paper. It's thin like tissue paper. That's a good idea, actually. I may do that. Thanks for saying that. Yeah, you can use paper towels, painty baby wipes, any of those things. I'm going to look and see if I can find a deli paper. Well, oh, here it is. Here's some. I'll see what I can find that I like. This is the first prompt, Mary. Yes, use tissue paper. And I'm going to use deli paper because Becky said. I kind of like that one. We'll set that one aside. We might use it. I guess I've got them upside down. Well, I kind of like that one too. This is just going to be a background. You don't want it to be something that you're afraid to cover up. Okay. I don't want to look anymore, so I'm going to use this one right here. I'm kind of in a get it done and don't worry about it mood tonight. Okay. Get rid of the edges. I don't need the edges. Well, you can just skip this prompt, Zoe, if you don't have any paper. Oh, you found some. Good, good. Sometimes we just have to come up with something else to do. Okay, I think. Let's see. There's some pieces I can use on something else. All right. And I'm going to just use a glue stick. Hi, Susan. I'm so glad you're here. Adadale, question mark. You can use black if you want to, Adadale. Just something that's some kind of tissue paper or thin paper. Something that you can use just to add some texture and a background. Okay, we're going to start. I'm about out of this glue stick, so I'm going to have to find another one here in a minute. Or dig some out. Here we go. Don't want to waste it. Okay, I think I've got glue all over that now. Now this page is shorter than that other one on the top and the bottom. So I'm going to have to let's see if we can just tear it off, because I'm lazy and I don't want to use scissors. Let's see if this will work. Okay. That looks pretty good. We're going to leave it like that. And I'm tired of that. So now that we got that down, we're just going to call it good, because I don't like messing with it. Hi, Debbie. I'm glad you're here. Well, I'm glad you made it today, Debbie. We're doing a pick 10, and we've just done our very first prompt, and it was used tissue paper. And I used deli paper instead. We when we do our prompts, we go with the spirit of the prompt. We're not letter of the law people, we're the spirit of the law people. And so so I used deli paper. I don't know what everybody else used. We said you could use napkin or something else, but some kind of paper to put down for a background and texture. So if you want to play along, that'd be great. It was noisy, wasn't it, Beth? That drives me nuts. So you could use a tissue or a napkin or tissue paper or deli paper or anything you can find to glue down. I'm going to move this. And y'all say ready when you're ready, so we know we can move on. Okay. All right, we've got 5 ready. So we got 3 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hey, we're doing good. 2 more people and we'll move on. Let me take that little bit off, because that's bugging me too. Okay. All right. We'll give Crafty Kitty a minute because she kind of came in late, so we need to give her an extra minute. I decided any place where it'll let me, I'm going to use my new toys that I got. I better get those handy so I can use them if it asks for inks or something like that, because I want to play with them. Hi, Laura. I'm so glad you're here. Oh, Pilates. I could have used that today. We're doing our pick 10, and we've just done prompt number 1, Laura. And prompt number 1 was use tissue paper. Sorry, Becky. Sometimes it just hangs around. Crafty Kitty, let us know when you're ready. Okay. Oh, move those out of the way. It says use colored pencils. You can use colored pencils or watercolor pencils, or if you don't have colored pencils, use markers. Just use something in the spirit of colored pencils if you've got them. So let's see. Oh, well, that worked out well then, didn't it? Okay. Let's see. Woo! I don't know what I'm going to do. I think I'm just going to do some maybe darkening in some of these light places, because I don't know what else to do with this. It's just a hodgepodge of stuff. It'll look like a river going through my map. This kind of looks like a map to me. Lots of water in this world. Tell you, after getting ready for that spinning and weaving demonstration, and then all the stuff I've got out for the mermaid journal and the walk the world journal and my Bentley girls journal and all that stuff that I've got going on, my craft room is just getting worse and worse. I'm going to have to really take a week and not do any art, just do cleanup. But art is so much more fun. I have a hard time making myself give it up in order to do the cleanup. But I can't do both at once. I can't clean up and do art, because then it just I get stuff back out before I've got a chance to get a place for it to belong. So I'm kind of like my daughter. She's supposed to be doing schoolwork. She's writing poetry, and I'm supposed to be cleaning up. I'm pulling out stuff to do other art projects. Okay, I think I've sufficiently used, it says color pencils. I have not, Beverly. I still have Tanya sending me some Russian, and oh, I've got paint all over my computer. Good grief. When I made those stars, I made stars all over my computer. Tanya's sending me some Russian, and Adadol has sent me several different things, but they still haven't shown up. When I get all those papers that people are sending me, then I'll start it. Oh, that reminds me. I was going to show y'all. Look at the lovely envelope that Mary sent me, and it had some paper, some cows in it for me to send to Dawn, and so I waited till today, and I decided if it came today, I was gonna to send that. But this not only has Greek text, which is great, and I can't wait to use, but it also has gorgeous pictures. Thank you, Mary. Some of them are real pictures, and some of them are drawings. Anyway, it's very cool. I can't wait to use it. So we're going to get started soon, but I want to be able to use the papers that everybody's sending me. I don't want to get started before that. Okay. Barb's ready already. Crafty Kitty's ready. Let me see if anybody else is ready and I didn't notice. Okay. Okay, Barb and Beth are ready. That was Crafty Kitty being ready before. I about made her ready. She was probably going, no, I'm not ready. I'm not ready. Okay. Barb and Mary and Beth and Holly are ready. So that's 4. They came from Aristi. The cows came from Aristi, or the Greek papers came from Aristi, Mary? Okay, Crafty's ready. Oh, the Greek papers. Okay. Well, tell her I said thank you. Okay, so we've got Barb and Beth and Mary and Holly and Christy and Adadol and Crafty Kitty. I think we have one more person. Zoe. We'll wait a minute for Zoe. Has anybody heard from Janet? I noticed, of course, she may have come in later, but when I was in Tanya's live on Sunday, she wasn't there. I don't know if she came in later or not. Sunday was a hectic day for me, so I only got to stay a few minutes. Hi, Sherry. I'm glad you're here. We've just done 2 prompts. We did use tissue paper, and I used deli paper instead of tissue paper. And then we used colored pencils. And, oh, I've got my paper turned upside down. And I just colored in these light areas, made it look like rivers on a map. So I did get the shoes photos, Mary. I saved them. That's okay, Zoe. Thanks for letting us know you're ready. Oh, fever. Oh, goodness. That's not good. All right, let's do a pick three. Another number, the third pick of the 10. pick three. Okay, it says use black and white. So do something black and something white on your page. And I think I'm going to make a black and white border on my page. And I put all my papers aside. Let me just stick them under here a little bit. And we'll do this and then we'll take them back out again. That sound of that drives me nuts, but I don't want to get the something. I've got black paint here, so that's what I'm going to use. I'm just going to paint a border. I'm not going to worry about whether it's neat or not. I'm just going to paint kind of a thick border, I think. For some reason, I'm in the mood for a thick border tonight. A thick, messy border. That sounds good. And then I'll dry that and I'll doodle with it on it with some white. Okay. I'm going to dry this real quick. Thank you, Susan. Hi, Jerry. I'm glad you popped in. We're doing our pick 10 right now. The third prompt was use black and white, Christy. Use black and white. First prompt was use tissue paper. The second prompt was use colored pencils. And the third prompt was use black and white. While you're here, Jerry, I'm going to show you. We were working on an abandoned places page earlier. I'll show you what we've done so far. We'll have to finish it later, but this is what we've gotten so far. I blacked out all of this, and then I added this in, and I added this part in. So that's where we're at right now. And the matte medium made streaks, made my stars. Some of them are falling down, and some of them are falling up. Yes, Zoe, you can skip it. The prompts are for inspiration. If you can't do it, it's okay to skip it and just go on to the next one or do something instead of it. That's okay with me. I'm going to use a white posca pen and do a little bit of doodling on my black and call that good. Oh, is everybody else buffering? I believe it, Jerry. You're being so good, getting it all done. Okay. And I don't know what I'm gonna do here. I think I'm gonna just do kind of scribbly outlines with the white. And I think I'm going to go around and just do some scribbly. I don't know why I feel scribbly tonight, but I feel scribbly tonight. I think I'm just, when you spend all day doing spinning and weaving, which you have to try to be kind of precise about, you just want to relax and be scribbly. Okay. Are you playing in your mind, Mark? Cool. That's great, Laura. You're way ahead. I want to do some more of those books too, but I haven't cut up anything else to use them on yet. Oh, well, I'm glad. Did the picture clear up for everybody else or just for Tanya? Hi, Giovanna. I'm glad you're here. Okay, Barb is ready and Christy's ready. Giovanna, we've done 3 prompts so far. The first one was use tissue paper. The second one was use colored pencils. And the third one was use black and white. Yeah, time's the hardest part, Laura, finding the time. Amen to that. Okay, Barb is ready and Christy's ready and Mary's ready. Beth's ready. Thank you, Becky. I appreciate it. Crafty Kitty's ready. That's 5. So we got 3 more. Holly's ready. I did it once. I mean, I didn't do it on a video. I was thinking about doing it on a video. And I started preparing to do a tutorial on it. And then I just never did. I never did finish that book either. In fact, I took it apart and used the paper for something else. Adidol's ready. Let's see, so we've got, and see how many are ready. Barb and Christy. Barb and Christy and Beth and Crafty Kitty and Holly and Zoe. And I think I missed somebody. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, that's 8. That's everybody. Okay. Sorry, I'm behind. Okay. Stick number 4 says patterned paper. Patterned paper. Oh, pattern paper, like from a sewing pattern. That's actually what that is. But if you want to use patterned paper, you can do that too. Pattern paper. Let me get some of that out because I have some. Somewhere I have some that has been stamped on, and that's fun to use, but I'm not sure where it is, and I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to grab some of this pattern, and this is a pattern I got at the thrift store that nobody had even used. They bought it, but didn't bother to make anything, so I'm just going to glue it down here. I think I'm going to use the parts that have black on them. And just put them kind of all over the place. That's probably plenty, but I'll go ahead and grab a couple more pieces just in case. Okay. I'm moving that. Me and Beth, we both hate that sound, so I'm getting rid of it. I'm just going to make sure my patterns stay inside the black lines. Then I won't have to worry about it. Okay. If you don't have pattern paper, just use whatever you want. Ooh, I don't want that to go out my outside of my border. Okay. Oh, yeah, Linda, you don't want to melt that window, but I'm glad you're playing along and I'm glad you're here. I didn't notice you earlier, so I'm sorry if I didn't say hi to you. Oh, good night, Beverly. Yeah, go get some rest. Go get some rest. If you're having to take medicine, you need rest. Okay, that's all I'm doing. Shouldn't have put that last one on there, I think, but I did, so we'll just deal with it. Oh, thank you, Linda. You're sweet. That's one thing about doing a live stream. You're busy. Beth's ready. I'm ready, except for I need to dry it. So I'm going to dry while everybody else gets ready. Thanks for putting that link in, Tanya. I appreciate it. I like it when y'all share good ideas with each other during this. That's great. That sounds great, Zoe. Enjoy playing your guitar, and um, we'll understand if you don't chat anymore. Linda, are you talking about the Abandoned Places book? When we get through, if that's what you're talking about, when we get through with this, I'll show you some of the other pages that I've done, because a lot of them are different. I don't do everything exactly the same way Dee Dee does, because I can't do it as good as she does. So I do my own thing most of the time. But I enjoy putting the planets and all that stuff in it too. So I do some of them that way and some of them a different way. Okay, Christy's ready and Holly's ready. Adidol's ready. Barb's ready. That's 4. I'm going to draw this a little bit more. Mary's ready. That's 5. Okay, Beth's ready. Okay, Linda, good. I'm glad. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And Zoe's playing the guitar. So that's all of us, I think. All right, let's go on to the next one. It says use washi tape. If you don't have washi tape, you can use masking tape or anything you've got. Washi tape. What kind of washi tape would go with this? This is going to be a hodgepodge mess. We've got five prompts, and I still have no idea how it's going to end up. All right, let me find some washi tape. So far, it hasn't given me an excuse to play with my new toys. Okay, I'm just going to use some little bits and pieces of this. And I don't think I want them to be perfect, so we'll just... Enough texture already. I agree, Barb. I'm ready for some kind of focal point. Okay, I think that's enough washi tape. Well, maybe a little piece right down here. Thank you, Becky. Okay, use washi tape is what's next, Crafty Kitty. I miscounted and didn't realize you weren't through. I'm sorry. But we're just putting some washi tape on. If you don't have washi tape, you could use masking tape or just whatever you're in the mood to use. Prompt number 5, use washi tape. I need to prompt number wash your hands too. I would have to go in the house to wash mine, so I'm just gonna use a baby wipe to wash them. Yes, Scotch tape will work too. If you don't have that, you can glue down some strips of paper and call it paper tape. So far, I'm not impressed with my page. I like the border the best. I like what's underneath it all. I would have been happy if we'd stopped right there and had a focal point, but didn't work out that way. Thank you, Beth. You're sweet. If I can get to put some kind of focal point on it, then I'll probably be happy too. Or if I could just doodle some flowers, that would probably even make me happy. Mary's ready. See, Beth's ready. And Christy's ready. And Mary's ready. And Barb's ready. That's 4. 5 more for redeeming. That's true, Becky. That's true. Thank you, Yvonne. It does look mappish. I thought the background looked like a map, and when I added the pattern paper, that's why I used the black part, because I thought it would look mappish. So we're just going to continue on the mappy themes for at least right now. Oh no. I know you're just kidding, Crafty Kitty. I'm glad you're not holding a grudge. Adidol's ready. I'm too used to having Janet tell me how many people are ready. Now I'm having to do it for myself, and I'm not as good at it as she is. Okay, we've got, let's see, Beth and Christy and Mary and Barb and Adidal. Okay. We've still got 3 more people. No, that's true, Crafty. It won't take long. But you're not the only one that's not finished yet. So relax. Just keep going. Looks like the shape of New Mexico. It actually really does. I didn't know I was doing a New Mexico page. Oh, I got black on my arm. Get that off if I can. Okay, we're just waiting on Holly. So I was trying to figure out who hadn't said they were ready yet. My brain is very slow tonight. So we need color. Something, yeah, we do. We need something. I've been putting color on with all the things I was using, but it hasn't told us any colors yet. So, oh, Holly's ready. So here we go. Number 6. Number 6 says add fish. So y'all got some fish to add? Do we want to skip this one? Oh, it's no problem, Holly. Or are you going to use your fish as your color? Fish, that's what it says. It says add fish. Pick again, Barb says. Okay, Barb, I'll pick again. If somebody wants to add fish, they can. Goodbye, Rose. Thank you for joining us for a while. Use copper. There's just some color. Use copper. And I'm definitely going to do that. And I'm going to use this ink that I just got today. Isn't that gorgeous? So that's what I'm going to use. Yeah, copper's a good bonus. I agree. If people want to use fish, they can, but I'm going to use copper. See if I got that mixed up pretty good. I think so. No fish, Christy says. Well, I agree. I would have to go hunt down some fish, and copper was just sitting right here. So now I'm trying to decide, do I drop it on or paint it on or splatter it or let it drip and run down the page? I think I'm going to drip. Just because it's in a dropper and that'll be easy. Oh, okay. It's got a gloopy. No, it's really not. It just looked like it was. Okay. I was going to be sad, but. Okay. Let's fill it up here, and I'm just going to run it along the edge and let it drip down. So there we got some copper streets on our city. I want it to run down, but I don't want it to go out of the outside of the border. So I'm going to stop it right there. Because that one's fixing to go outside the border and I don't want it to. So your tissue paper was gold. Well, you're going to be very metallic tonight at it all. You could always use fish at it all if you don't want to use copper. That's a great idea, Beth. Use copper fish. Okay, Barb's ready. Trying to keep track this time, making little dots. Okay, we're going to call that dry enough because I'm tired of drying things. It's not completely dry, but it'll be all right. Mary's ready, ready, ready. Oh. Whew. I think I really like this. I'm glad I got so many of them. They had about 9 colors of them that were, 75% off. I only got 7, but the others were some more pinks and some more blues, and I already had 2 blues, so I figured that was good enough. But I'm enjoying using them. That's a really pretty copper. If the other ones are that pretty, I'm going to be a very happy camper. Gold's fine, Christy. Copper's just my gold. If I can add copper, I'm always happy. So Christy's ready. Well, it was stuff was just put on clearance at Hobby Lobby. I saw somebody about 3 weeks ago talking about Hobby Lobby having things 75% off. And then I went into my Hobby Lobby and nothing was 75% off. But when I went in today, there was a bunch of stuff 75% off. So it's just whenever your Hobby Lobby gets ready to do it, I guess. I guess it's, inventory first of the year kind of thing. So in Amarillo, it's right now. Okay, Beth's ready. And they had a bunch of stuff I didn't buy, but I just bought the things that I'd been wanting for a long time and didn't think 40% off was enough to make me buy them. I did a video earlier of the stuff I bought, and I think it was like $272 worth of stuff I got for $67. It was something like that. It was uh I was surprised at how many there were. I just must have got there, right at the beginning. So Holly's ready. Oh, it was fun. I got a lot of fun stuff. And then I went back and got this white that I saw somebody else had gotten, and I had seen it when I was there, but it didn't register to me. It was white. I thought it was black ink because it was right beside the black, and I didn't pay attention. And I've been wanting some white ink, and so I went back and got it. And they had two different ones, and I couldn't remember which one she got. One of them is white, and one of them is super white. So I just got them both. And I did a test of them. This is the super white and this is the white, and I can't really tell any difference. So you watched my confession, yeah. Well, I'm really liking these inks. At my store, the only ones that were on sale were Dr. P.H. Martin's iridescent ones, but I really love it. Oh, that makes me feel so much better, Laura, because I thought I just spent way too much money. So now I can relax. Yeah, it's really pretty. Oh, I just messed it up. See, that wasn't dry yet. Oh, see if I can wipe off so it won't look like I messed it up. Okay, that helps it a little bit. Yeah, we would love to see what you got, Laura. I'm getting black all over me, I think, from holding on to the page with wet hands. That's really weird. I think I'm at the end of my baby wipes. No, I have another package. Okay. They do take a long time to dry. They're beautiful, but they do take a long time to dry, even when you use a heat gun. Of course, that was the end of a drip where it bubbled up. Adidol's ready. Let me go back and look. I don't think Crafty Kitty's ready yet, but I may have missed her, so I'm going to go back and check. Okay, Barb and Mary and Christy and Beth and Holly and Adidol. Okay, we're almost there. Good night, Jerry. See you tomorrow night. I'm looking forward to it. Just go ahead, huh? Okay. Well, I'm going to dry just a second more and then I will. Okay. And the next one says, Use lace. Use lace. So tell me what you think, girls. Are you up for using lace? We could draw lace if you don't have any. If y'all don't like it, I'll pick another one. I have some. I'm trying to figure out how I would use it. I have no idea how I would use it on this page. No lace, Holly says, in capital letters. That means no. So we're going to pick a different one. Okay. Holly has spoken. Use straight lines. Use straight lines. Work basket magazine. That's fine, Mary. That would give you some lace. No lace when you've turned that picker thingy. Have you turned that picker thingy? I have turned it. I'm on group number 3 now. So use straight lines if you don't want to use lace. And I'm going to use straight lines. I've got a bunch of straight lines on here already. But there's got to be another way to use some straight lines here, I guess. A card, that's a good idea. And I have one handy. So I'm trying to decide what color would I use. I could use another one of my inks. That would be good. Here's one that is metallic green. Won't exactly go. Let's see what else I've got down here. That's blue. Here's a blue. Sequins. That sounds good. Let's use that one. No, the picker thing is good, Barb. I knew exactly what you meant because that's how I think too. That's how I think too. This one's going to take a minute to stir up. Ooh, it's pretty though. Look at that. Okay. I thought I had something here I could put it on. Where did it go? All right, we will just put it on here. Yes, the straight lines can be at an angle. Mine are going to be at an angle. Woo, I messed that up. I don't know why I can't just leave them straight. I have to kind of hashtag them. That just makes me feel better about them. Okay. I'm done. See you tomorrow, Tanya. Sleep well. Thank you. I hope to. I hope to. I'm not very good at sleeping well, but I try every night. Okay, I'm going to dry this. Y'all let me know when you're ready. Okay, Barb's ready. Ooh, Barb, you have to show us your package. When you get it, we want to see. We like to see everybody's happy meal. Okay, well, we'll wait. What was after copper? Use straight lines, Crafty Kitty. And I just used a card and did some lines like that. So use straight lines or use lace. It was originally use lace, but we didn't like that, so we did another one. So use straight lines or use lace. Well, when you have your baby, Mark, let us know, okay, so we can send you baby gifts. Oh, I bet, Linda. I have, let me show you. This one wrinkled up when I used a heat gun. And where's the other one? It may be in a different book. One of them I had to cover up because it wrinkled up so badly. Now that one I did pretty good. I didn't mess it up. Maybe it was in a different book, but one of them just went. Christy's ready. Kind of like an elephant. Think it takes, how does it take them 2 years? Chocolate covered cherries box. That does sound good. Sound like it smells good. And I don't even like chocolate covered cherries, but chocolate always smells good. Yeah, Becky, I bet you're right. Okay, so far I just have Barb and Christy that are ready. If somebody else is ready, let me know. I'm not trying to rush you. I just know how easy it is to forget to say it. Because I forget that on Tanya's all the time. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm ready. Beth's ready and Holly's ready. Sorry, I'm shaking the table. Mary's ready. Adult's ready. And the dog's ready. We still got one more. Barb's ready. I got you. That's 7. Oh goodness, excuse me. I'm yawning. That's what I'm doing. I know I should have some really exciting tale to regale y'all with, but I don't have any. We had fun with the kids though this morning when we were doing that spinning and weaving demonstration. The 4th and 5th graders didn't say a whole lot. They didn't. We had 1 or 2 that would ask some questions, but most of them didn't really say much. But the 2nd and 3rd graders, oh my goodness, they had tons of questions. And of course, they wanted to do it, and I didn't have time to let them do it. And I didn't have a spindle that didn't have anything on it where they could try it. But I would love to have had time to let them play with it, with the loom and with the spindle. But we only had an hour for each group, so. But one little girl, it was so funny. She raised her hand, and I said, "What?" And most of them, when they raised their hand, they were asking a question. When she raised her hand, she said, "I just have to tell you some great news." She said, "My aunt is moved to Washington, D.C., so I get to go visit Washington, D.C., and I am very happy." I said, "That's great news." Doesn't have anything to do with spinning and weaving, but we're happy for you. I didn't say the last part. I just thought it. But she was really cute. Mm. Crafty Kitty, are you getting close? You need a stencil to cover the mess. Well, I would be happy with a stencil too, at it all. That would be good. If we don't get one in the next 3 prompts, we'll just do that for number 11. If we're not happy by then. Something big that'll put a big design and cover it all up. She's ready. See, all she needed, Mark, was for you to tell us to leave her behind. Use blue, it says. Use blue. Okay. So what do I do with blue? I could use a stencil with blue, couldn't I? I may do that. I have a really big stencil. Here's your chance. Use it. You can use a stencil with blue. Cover it all up. Let me find. See here, I've got this big flower. Uh, let's see if we can get it in there without covering up the. I think that's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. Okay, now what blue am I going to use? I think a dark blue would be pretty. Here's a dark blue. It's called Oxford blue. I think I'll use that. Need a sponge. There we go. Oh, there's one that's open. I was gonna say, I know I've got sponges that are open. Okay. Yeah, Mark, when you move in, you can use it. I promise. Because I plan to keep it. So I like this one. I'm trying to see. I don't think I know where it came from. I really think I got this one at okay, let's see what it says. It says butter something. But I think I got it at Michael's, where you do the big stencils for walls and for stuff like that. But I like it. And this time I'm going to let it go ahead and go over the border. Because I think that it'll look good. And if I'm wrong, oh well. I've been wrong before. I don't know why it keeps picking up that silly little lid. Obviously, it's not sturdy enough to. One reason I turned this over this way was so I could see where I put it, because there was a lot of blue on the other side. Alrighty. There we go. See, I feel better about it now. That's all it took. One really big stencil. Oh, that's okay, honey. Don't worry about it, Crafty Kitty. We don't mind. It's okay. Don't fret. We know you don't. Don't worry about it. Seriously. It's all right. My background is lava. There you go. Ooh. No, we're all here just to have fun, Crafty. Don't worry about it. Seriously, it's okay. One reason we do this is so we can all play. So we're not worrying about it. You don't need to worry about it either. Just you can only go as fast as you can go. So don't fret. Don't fret. All these people in here are sweet people. You don't need to worry about it. See, nobody's bothered. It's fine. Christy is ready. I'm using a different mark each time so I can remember because I don't want to leave anyone behind. So this is the nicest bunch of people you'll ever meet, Crafty Kitty. The nicest bunch of people. I understand that I feel the same way, but I needed to cover mine up. I needed to do something major so that if I don't get anything else, I've got something. So that's why I used a big stencil in blue paint. You could just do a few little dots in blue, and that would be something that you could, so you fulfill the requirement, so to speak. Um, it doesn't have to be a bunch of stuff. It doesn't have to cover up your page. It could just be a few dots or a few hearts or a few circles or something like that. So Holly's ready. The end of a pencil to make dots. Is that what you did, Beth? I've done that. A pencil eraser makes really good dots. Mary's ready. The eraser, yeah. Yeah, that's what pencil erasers are made for, right? They make great dots. Oh, I don't blame you, Holly. I wouldn't want more fish either, but you might, sometimes more is better. Sometimes it's not. Some people pictures. Well, I'll try, Mary. Why don't you send some good vibes um to the pick box? We got 2 more to go. If we don't find any pictures in those last 2, you can just add pictures on at the end. That is perfectly acceptable. Copper scales on your fish. That sounds great, Holly. That'll be pretty. A Valentine and butterflies. That sounds good. That'll be cool, Christy. Beth has copper fish, so you can put copper scales on your fish. That's true. Guppies are, yeah. You don't want guppies unless you want to fill your tank real quick. An ocean seems cool, though. That would be good. Dolphins. There you go. Thank you, Gloria. I'm liking it now. Now that I got that blue prompt, I'm happy. If I don't do anything else, I'll be happy. I wouldn't mind putting some words on there, though. If I had if I had a words prompt, I'd be okay with that. Turn your doily into waves. That's a good idea. Okay. Now I have to look because I missed Barb. Did you say you were ready, Barb? I missed it if you did. Nope, I don't see it. Okay. We're not in a hurry, Barb. We don't mind waiting on you either. You told me we need a stencil. Yes, you did. And when I got the chance, I used one. Did you use one at it all? When you got the blue prompt, did you use a stencil? Patterned paper fish. There you go. That's a good idea. The prompts are just that. They're just something to get your mind going and give you, um, something something to help you think of something to do. It's not like hard and fast rules. Okay, Barb's ready. So let's move on to number 9. I feel like I'm running a roulette table or something. Lucky number 9. Mary wants some pictures of people. It doesn't say that. It says rub-ons. And there's no way rub-ons or any rub-ons I have are even going to show up on here. Added blue with a cap to something like circles. That's great. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to pick another one. So we'll have options. Rub-ons or use fibers. Good grief, that's just as bad as rub-ons. Okay, so we're going to have 3 options for number 9. Gelatos and rub. Now that I could do, but I'm going to go ahead and give us one more. Doodle and gold. Those are your 3 options. Rub-ons, use fiber, or doodle and gold. Did any of those help, Mary? I did the best I could. Good grief, Charlie Brown. I know. We're getting all the bad ones in a row. Oh, okay. I got to find some gold something because that's what I'm going to do is doodle in gold. Barb says pick again. Okay, one more. One more. And this one says use posca pins. Yes, you can rub on gold. There you go, Kitty. Use posca pins. So there's 4. If none of those look good to you, then just use something similar to one of them. No, Barb says. She doesn't want any of those. Do you want me to pick again? They're paint, Crafty Kitty. They're paint pens. It's like acrylic paint in a pen. I'll use them, and then you can see. I'm going to use this light blue and outline some stuff. But all it is acrylic paint in a pen. Now I can add words. That's true. I could add words. I could add words. Yeah, painty pens. That's what they are. So you could use any kind of pen if you don't have these. You don't have to use even painty pens. You can use gel pens or whatever, but this is what I have. Okay. Now he's got me thinking about words. But I don't know what words would go on here. Try to be good. Oh, Barb, you're funny. Just make up your own, Barb. Just do whatever you want. Use this as a free, what do you call this? A wild card. I've got some wild cards in there somewhere, but they sure haven't come up tonight. Bloom. I like that. I like that. So should I write it all across the word or should I write it right down here neatly or semi-neatly? Because semi is as good as I can do. Across the word or at the bottom? I'm waiting for somebody's answer. Aunt Beck says bottom, so that's what I'm going with. Okay. Woo! That made a big dot. Okay. It's not real easy to see, is it? I should have used something darker. Hi, Cheryl. I'm glad you're here. Well, there are other brands. There are other people who make painty pens. These are just the ones that I have. And a lot of these prompts were just me writing down all the things I had in my studio. So, down in the panhandle. That's where I put it. All right. I'm going to dry that and then I may highlight it with something. Oh, see, there you go. Becky just said that. We do one every Monday night, Crafty Kitty. Come join us every Monday night. We'll do one. Nope, it's not a replay. We're all alive and well. Okay, some black pen. I need to take some time and spend practicing word art, or I don't know what you call it. It's not just handwriting, but I can't think of a better word right now than word art. I'm sure there is a proper word, but I don't know it. That would be fun, but I like to do some other things too and not just pick tens. Lettering, thank you, Becky. Calligraphy, that works too. Either one of those would be acceptable. I need to soak up that blue paint there. Okay. Yeah, Becky does a Dirty Dozen on Wednesday nights and at 7. And then Mary, the Mariotier, does a Doodle Pick 10 on Friday nights. So so there's, there are several of us doing this kind of thing. I'm using a junk journal, and this one I made out of envelopes. It's all envelopes. Some of them I left like this, and some of them I opened up. And that's what I'm using in this journal. I have another journal. Well, I actually have 2 of these, and then I have 2 that are made out of the cardboard flower type things. And those 4 things are what I use for my pick 10s most of the time. So I made these journals specifically to do pick 10s in. So that's what I'm doing. Okay, Barb's ready. Did anybody else say they were ready and I missed it? Let me look. Okay, not so far. All right, that's fine. I just want to make sure I didn't. Oh, Joy. I hope I can remember that. I'm going to write it down here. Maybe that'll help me. Thank you. Thank you, Joy. I have a cousin whose daughter's name is Cynthia Joy. Maybe that'll help me remember. I don't know. I'm not counting on it. My memory is not what it used to be. Joy, 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 down in our hearts. I like that song. Used to sing it a lot when I was a kid. Okay, Mary's ready. Adidol's ready. So Barb and Mary and Adidol. That's the one, and I've got them. Okay, I'm good. Trying to keep up. Yeah. Yeah, number 9 was a lot of choices. Hi, Sharon. I'm glad you're here. We're on prompt number 9. We're about to be finished with the pick 10, and then I'm going to finish up working in that Abandoned Places book on that picture that we started at the very beginning with. So we're going to add some planets to it, and I'm not sure what. Still have to clean up the kitchen. Oh, no. I need to do that too, because I didn't get that done today. Oh, dear. And I still have a load of laundry in the dryer too. It's been one of those days. Got a lot of things started and didn't finish anything yet. Okay, Holly's ready. Christy's ready. Good grief. And I'm out of tea. That's not good. Find a cough drop. Only one more. That's right. Beth's ready. A watch. Yes, I need to find a watch. Okay. Oh. I've been chatting instead of looking for watches when I should have been looking for watches. Where's my... I'm beginning to think I took that box inside that has all the watches in it. Mm. Look for a watch. Look for a watch. I'm going to run in the house for just a second and see if I can find that box. I'll be right back. Y'all just visit. Well, I couldn't find that box, but I found a few watches. Maybe one of these will work. Oh, okay. Well, we need to do the last prompt, but hopefully we can use one of these watches when the time comes. Everybody ready for the last prompt? One more. One more. We'll hope it's something good. Number 9 wasn't so great. Well, we do 10. I pick 3 and then 2 and then 3 and then 2 out of the different deals. So, oh, that's good. Inspirational words sounds good. This one says doodle in white pen. So, just just do whatever you want to do, even if it's just a few dots. Doesn't have to be anything big, but doodle in white pen, or you could write words or whatever. I'm going to try this pen. If it doesn't work, I'll get out the Posca pen, but I think I'm going to see if I can outline some of this flower. Kind of sketchy like. It's not going to be perfect. If you don't like this, just do whatever you want to finish it off. Add pictures or whatever. This isn't exactly doodling, I don't guess, but it's what I'm doing anyway. Yes, white gel pen. That's what I've got right here. Barb's already ready. She's finished with that. Well, Barb, just add anything else that looks good to you. If you don't like it, if you like it, we're done because this was number 10. That doesn't really even show up hardly, does it? Okay, I'm going to go around the outside of this big flower, and then I'm going to call that good. Come on. All right, Holly. She got to use up her rub-ons. Watching me doodle on here is, or sketch, or whatever you want to call this. It's not very exciting, but we're almost done. And I kind of like the sketchy white on it. Sometimes this pen works really, really well, and sometimes it doesn't. This is a not so well day. Okay. That's what mine looks like. I guess I should go on the inside of this real quick, too. Might as well. And then I'm going to call it good. The stencil was actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, number 8, and it was used blue. And I just used blue with a stencil. Since it just told me to use blue, I could do anything I wanted, and so I used a stencil. Oh goodness, I'm sorry. good grief. I want to finish that Abandoned Places book. I don't want to have to stop because I'm coughing. Okay. There we go. Hot coffee. I don't like coffee, but something warm right now would be really good. Oh, goodness. Okay. I'm going to call this done. And I think Barb's right. I need to go get me something to drink. And then when I come back, we will finish this. And I'll write these prompts down in the description box below the video. But let's look through this real quick. I'm going to lay them up here. See, this is huge, but I'm thinking I kind of like it. We could just cut it off and just put half of it right here and not use the arm. I kind of like that, but I don't know. I've also got this one that we could just use part of. I couldn't find, I don't like that one. And then I've got these little ones, which I don't like either. It's going to have to be this one. So y'all tell me, do I do it this way? Okay, upright and cut off that, or like this and leave it. Y'all think about it while I go get something to drink. Okay. Hot tea was going to take too long, so I just got some more iced tea. um, Crafty Kitty, if are you a part of my Facebook group? I have a Joy in there, but I'm not sure if that's you. Or Becky's group or Tanya's group. You could post it in any of those if you're part of any of those groups. My group's full right now, so I can't add new people in, but Aunt Beck's Creations, Tanya's group is this, that, and something. Let me look just a second. This, that, and chat, journals, mixed media, and more is the name of Tanya's group. Becky's group is Aunt Beck's Creations. And my group is Lisa My Eclectic Life, just like my channel. You can also post them at hashtag prompt pics on Instagram if you want to. I found it in a magazine. One of those big fashion magazines that I would never even look at if it wasn't for looking for pictures. Oh. So let's see. Barb says she likes it like this. Should I don't think I want it all the way on the page. I think I want it coming out of the page. Tanya's group, she doesn't have a limit on her group, Crafty Kitty. So you could join Tanya's group. Becky, are you still here? Can you post the link to Tanya's group? Becky and I, neither one wanted to become a huge group, and so we both put cutoffs on our group, but Tanya doesn't have a cutoff at the moment anyway. You think cut the band off and just have the circle? Would you just do half the circle? She went to do dishes. Mary, are you here? Did she go somewhere too? Okay. Well, I think I can do it. Let me do it. Hopefully I can do it. Okay, let's see. Okay, that should be Tanya's group right there. Crafty Kitty and Christy and anybody else who, if you want to post, I'm trying to remember who it was that actually asked that question. Yeah, it was Crafty Kitty. Tell Tanya who you are in the comments or whatever when you ask to join, so she'll know that you're the Joy that's Crafty Kitty. And you can post in there. She won't mind you posting in there. Okay. Linda would cut the band off, but Holly and Cheryl both like the band. How about if I did it like that, so it was the band was still there, but it wasn't as big? The watch needs to be gold. That would be great, but I don't have a gold watch at the moment. I can't find my thing that has all my watches in it, which is very frustrating because I have quite a few. Let me look and make sure there aren't any in this box, but I don't think so. But I am going to need some planets, and those are in this box. So get these big straight pieces out of here. Well, we're going to have to keep it silver, Holly, because that's the only one I can find at the moment. So I'm glad you're happy with it. Kind of like bubbles. Okay. It really shows up like this. Kind of takes over a little bit, but I think if I put it down here, well, I think it needs to go just right there so that it fills in this spot right here. Okay, let's see. Okay, I'm going to glue it in just like this. And then I'm going to have to matte medium over it because everything else is matte mediumed. Where did my matte medium go? Okay, here it is. I need a brush. Okay, we're just going to put it down with matte medium. I may wish that I had put something underneath this. Okay. I'm going to keep that right there. It's hard to keep it in one spot and then tuck it down too. Okay. Now let's come over here. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm not very good at doing stuff and talking. So, okay. I'm going to dry this a little bit and then we'll trim off the part that's down below. Oh, down below. Oh, I need to put some planets on before I do that. So we'll let that just sit while I look for some planets. Okay, let's see. I'll have to think about this. I don't want them all to be those colors, but just trying to find some that I think will go. There's a little one. I like these that are made out of my painty papers. There's a little gold one. There's one that's green and gold. Okay, we're going to call that enough and we're going to decide how many of those we want. I think I want to put one kind of over here. see. Maybe this little blue one right in there. See if we can have this one coming off the page. Maybe we need a big one over here coming off the page. What do y'all think? Should I put a bigger one here? Coming like right there? Yeah, answer the questions. Okay, let's find a big one here. How about like that? I've got that one. Or we could go with this one. Bigger than that? We've got this one that's bigger than that. If I can get those off there. How about like that? Yellow, yellow, everybody says. Okay. There's a purple one we could stick down here. And I like the red. Maybe kind of bunch those. I don't want too many. I agree, Becky. I don't want too many. Is that one too big? I think I kind of like it there. And I kind of like that turquoise one instead of that one. Let's take that one away. I think I need a really tiny one right here instead of that one. Let's see if I can find a really tiny one. Here we go. There we go. Trying to decide if that's too many. Does that look good? Everybody look at this right here. Does that look good to you? Becky says it looks great. Okay, so we're going to go right here. We'll start with this one. I didn't put it on the back of this, and it's not wanting to stick. Okay, and this little red one. Okay, let's go here. Let's put that one up there. That one there. Got to put quite a bit of that matte medium on those, or they come right back up. Oh, go back. Okay. I do not have a before picture. I really should do that. In fact, I think about it all the time when I'm not actually in the process, and then I forget. Let me find something to. You mean like that? Tilt it? Or do you mean like this? Trying to get rid of that glare? Is that? How about like that? Does that help? Good night, Barb. Thanks for coming tonight, playing along. We can scoot. I think we can. Oh, no, I can't zoom in. I don't know how to zoom in from here. That's frustrating. I can zoom in when I'm doing a regular video, but for some reason on a live stream, I don't have the controls. It just goes where it wants to. Okay, let's cut this off. Okay, there's a little bit there I missed. It's kind of hard for me to cut straight up and down like that. Okay, see, I cut the page. Ah, very frustrating. Okay. Y'all don't do that. When you do it, don't cut the page. Oh, good grief. Okay, there we go. There's that. So I'm going to dry it a little bit. Well, thank you, Gloria. Okay. All right. Now we've got the problem of the watch hands. When Dee Dee does it, she always has the watch hands, shooting out. Thank you, Mary. Good night. Thanks for coming and playing. I kind of like it just like this. I'm going to have to think about whether I want to add the watch hands or not, because it's it won't be real easy to do with this big old watch. But I do want to add some kind of halos around the planets a little bit. Dee Dee always makes it look so easy. Just put it around there. A little bit of halo around it. Make it glow. And mine looks like I scribbled around it with a pencil. Oh. Hers look like they're glowing, but mine looks like a pencil scribbled around it. Good night, Laura. Thanks for coming.
Just want to know if you think I can get my whole page and a half done tomorrow and then edit it Wednesday.
That's fine with me. If you can do it, you can do it. I think it's doable.
Okay, thanks.
Okay.
It got later than I thought it did, trying to do some research and being distracted.
I understand. That's okay. You're welcome, babe. I think I'm going to make this one a little bit bigger because it's a big planet. It should put off more glow, right? Okay. Okay. Good night, Linda. Oh, you are so welcome, Linda. Thanks for coming. Yes, I can't wait to see it. Good night. Hi, Dawn. I guess I missed you when you came in. Thank you for being here. I'm sorry. I don't know how long you've been sitting here and I didn't realize it. I'm glad I noticed you now. And thank you for approving Crafty Kitty. That way we can see what she did. Okay. I know that I think I might want to put one of those. I think I'm going to make this one into it. One of those stars that Dee Dee does. And we'll just let that one be it. Yeah, I like that one. And I think that's all I'm going to do because sometimes when I overdo it, I mess it up and then I don't like it anymore. When I try to be too Dee Dee-ish, I go too far and do stuff that's out of my depth and then I don't like it. So this is my depth right here. This is as far as I can go with this page. But right now I'm happy with it. So I hope y'all like it. It was fun for me. If I can get it to not be glary. For something with matte medium on it, it sure is glary. You are welcome, Christy. Thank you all. I sure had fun. I'm so glad to get back to doing some more of this. I enjoy it. Oh, I was going to show somebody some of the pages I'd already done, and I don't remember who it was, so I'm just going to go ahead and show them real quick. Let's see, are there any there? No. I need to put a, let me put a mark. No, I don't want to do it yet because this might stick. Okay, that's what I'm working on, but I haven't done it yet. Okay, this is one I finished. And I did it with, it's just all stuff I added in. I didn't reverse anything. I didn't paint anything out. All I did was add images. And I love it. I think the mushrooms and the kids are just great. So, and that just worked out perfect to me too. Sometimes you get images and you go, oh, I know exactly where that belongs. And this was one of those. And this is my other ocean page. And it's another one I just collaged. All I did was collage. Well, Dawn, I'm so glad you're here. I'm sorry I missed you from the beginning. But I'm grateful you're here. And I really think this one's cute. And then I did this one. And I like this one pretty well. I think it turned out pretty good. And then I did this one, and this one doesn't have any painting or reversing in it. It's just all just glued in. These two things glued in, and that's all I did. But I like it. I think it's enough for this page. And this one was the first one I did. And I wasn't happy with my water, and so I added some more, and then I really hate the water. Everything else about it I like. I like my jailbird who's doing time. I love it, but I don't like the water. But this is the very first one I did. So I guess I'm allowed not to like it. And that's all the ones that I've done. I've got some others here that I'm thinking about. I'm going to put some kind of building, big building behind this guy, and he can be a gargoyle because he has the same face as him. That's what I'm thinking about doing or working on. This one, I've got some stuff picked out to put on it. But I haven't, that's as far as I've gotten with it. It's just kind of thinking about what might go on it. I need to tack those down so they don't get bent up. Oh, come on. Play nice. And then this girl, I don't know if she's going to go on this page or not. But I really like her. There was another page I was thinking about putting her in. Let's see if I can find it real quick. Well, I thought it was back here. There are a million pages in here, it feels like. There's 400 and something pages. So I got a lot to play with here. But there was a page that was she would look good there too, wouldn't she? With the space everywhere. I think I like that even better. I think I like that better. So that's where we're going to move her here. Take that sticky thing off. That tells me this is what I'm wanting to work on. Okay. And then this one, I've just got these girls, and so far that's all I've got is I want to add them in. Then I'll have to put something here to cover up, maybe some, I don't know what, to cover up those words, because I don't really care for that. And this one, right now, this is all I've got to go here. But I kind of like it just like that. But I don't know for sure what I'm going to do. And for this one, I've got this girl, and I want her walking away from here. And I thought about putting a flower. I don't know. I was thinking about putting it over under her purse, but it's not quite big enough to cover up the purse. So I may look for a bigger one and cut her arm out and have her holding the big flower. That's a possibility. The other possibility is just to stick it behind her somewhere. And then put this bird in over here, and of course paint that out. And then I've got the Texans moved to Scotland over here. Don't know for sure what I'll do. I may have some space back here and just put them in, and I'm not sure about that. It's just something that looked funny to me, so I stuck it in there. And this one, I really want to do this one too, with this guy looking behind him, and his horse is looking at whatever is right there. But I haven't got the what goes right there yet. So you need to, Sherry. They're a lot of fun. I'll have to be honest with you though. I'm not sure I would have spent the money on this one. I would have had a hard time spending the money on it because it was, even though it was half price, it was still $25. But my husband bought it for me, and that made it easier. But he bought it for me with the admonition that I had to play in it. I had to do this in it because my son bought me one that I wanted. He knew I wanted it, and he bought it for me. But then he said, "Mom, it just kills me to think about you ruining that book by painting it. so so I haven't done anything to that book. But my husband bought me this one so I could play in it because it has a lot of the pictures that are in the other book. And I like that little guy too, but I'm not sure, where to go from there. So it's just sitting there waiting. And I like this girl. I'm not sure why. I like her in this. I guess she brings beauty to this kind of forsaken place, but I haven't figured out what goes with the rest of it. So that's just still sitting there waiting on me to decide. And then I've got this little guy. Well, it's a little girl actually. And I'm not sure where she's going to go. I was thinking maybe on the ship, like that. I don't know. Haven't decided yet, but she just struck me as something cute, so I stuck her in there. And then I've got this big house that's because it's the same color as these boats. And I think I'm about to the end of what I've got in here. I've got this watch and this piece just because it looks like it belongs in here somehow with this girl. And I think I'm about to the end of the things that I've got planned or partially planned. Yeah, and then there's that one. And that's it. Now I need to find the page I worked on so that I can leave it open to dry. It's not that one. I think I'm going to do this one next, probably. Okay, it's not there. It's in the ocean. It's not that one. I can feel it stiff here. No. Well, good grief. Oh, I also have these kids in there. Well, where did I put that page? I know it didn't run away. There it is. Okay. I'm going to let that one stay open and dry. And I was going to tell you, Sherry, these two were at Barnes and Nobles for $12.98. This is the first one that Dee Dee worked in. And it was $12.98. This is the one my son bought me, but it was breaking his heart for me to play in it. And there are a lot of pictures in here I would love to do that are not in that other book. But a lot of these pictures are in that other book. So I'm just going to work in the other book. And then a lot of these pictures are in there too. But my husband didn't realize that when he bought me this book. So, and it was $12.98 too at Barnes and Nobles. But there are a lot of books you can get that are like, I want to say Time Life books or something like that, that have a lot of pictures of different countries or whatever that would be fun to work in that you could get at thrift stores or really cheap on Amazon rather than paying that much for these. And like I said, I looked at them 100 times and would never spend the money. And then my son bought me this one and my husband bought me the other ones because they knew how much I wanted them, but I didn't want to spend the money on them. So, yeah, Salvation Army has a lot of books. And I've gotten books that probably would have worked great for this, but I didn't know about this at the time. And I took the pages out of them. And so now I have those pages from those books I can add into other books. But anything that has lots of, I wish I had one that I hadn't torn up. To show you as an example. Let me look real quick and see if I have something. I've got some other books up here that I got at thrift stores that could be used this way if I can get to them. Here's one I got at the thrift store. And they have a lot of these kinds of books. I got this one at Salvation Army, which is what made me think of it. I'm going to sit that underneath it. But there are lots of pictures in here that you could work in. Some of them not like that. I did do one in here. I forgot about that. I did this one. I had forgotten about it. I haven't got any painting around it done. I just glued the pages in and then I stopped. But in fact, I completely covered this one up with pages from another book because what was in here I didn't like. And I'd planned to do that to some other ones. And then some of them, used, I think that's cute. This is cute. You could do a lot with them, but they're different, than the other ones. They're just different subject matter, but but you could do reverse collage in them. You could do some fun stuff with that one. You could put something over here that these guys are looking at. Woo! I didn't realize there were people in there I don't want to show. But there are a lot of pages in here you could use, but not enough for me to want to work in this book over the one I have. But it was what I had when I started, and so I went ahead and did some work in it. But I started to do a page here. You can see I got some stuff and stuck in there, but I never went any further with it. But this one's really huge, and some of them are smaller, but they have a bunch of big pictures in them, like pictures of places in the Amazon or Brazil or exotic places that that I've never been, that I thought would be fun to work on. Stuff about the Aztecs, the pyramids, Egypt, those kinds of things. Places like that would be fun. I thought it would be fun to work in an architecture book because they have some I glued that page in there. But this one I just put together a bunch of them because I wanted to make a big glue book. But I bound them together after I glued the backs and fronts together. And so it was wet. And so all the pages are wrinkled. So I haven't even used it as a glue book after that. I still got it though. I don't know why. Anyway, that's, that kind of book is an option. If I can get this back up there without dumping it on my head. Oh, here's another one. But these all came from the thrift store. Oh, sorry. These came from the thrift store. This one has tons of pictures in it. So you could do some reverse collage in this book. But it's just different subject matter. That one would be pretty. So you just need to look through a bunch of these big old books with lots of photography in them and find one that you like and go for it. Okay. That's the best I can advise for tonight. Sofa table books, yeah. Yeah, and the thrift stores have tons of those. Some of them are gardening and they have beautiful flowers in them. Some of them are well, whatever you can think of. You can just, anything you open and you look at the pictures and you think, oh, I love this, you could find a way to do reverse collage in it. Good night, Becky. I'm fixing to go too. My back's tired and um so's my brain. Thank you all for joining me. I appreciate it. I had a fun time. I hope y'all do too. Find you some kind of a book that you can work in and just have a go at it. If it's something like this that you get for $1 at the thrift store, then you don't have to feel pressure for it to be good. And that's one of the reasons why I don't do more of those in that book, because I want it to feel like it's right before I do it. And I could just play in something like this. So give it a thought. God bless you. Have a great night. Bye bye.